Hey, Mom. Hmm. What's up? I know my live stream look a little different, but I've been trying to. It did something different tonight. But can y'all, long as y'all can hear me, y'all can hear me. I'm gonna have to go back in my editing app and figure that out because it started its own video instead of the one that I had set up. I don't like that. Hey, darling, I don't know why it looks different. Like the live stream looks different because I had like pre-made the title and all that kind of stuff. But for some reason, it popped up how we wanted to pop up. I ain't mad. I'm just saying. I'm gonna try to figure it out though, or figure it out. Y'all, please like the video. I don't know what you need to uh double tap, something like that. Make sure you like the video, share the video, share it with somebody, leave a comment. I'm gonna say something while you're here, shorty. Please, y'all. I'm gonna go ahead and get started though. Like I said, my live stream actually look a little different for some reason. Some of my editing app did. I don't even know why I did it, but thank y'all for coming. And I guess it must have popped up for y'all anyway. So thank y'all. I don't know what happened though. But like I said, as long as you can hear me, then we're good to go. Hey y'all. Welcome to Keena's Corner. I'm your girl Keena, and I thank you sincerely for being here in my corner. Here on Keena's Corner, I speak facts, opinions, truths, vulnerabilities, and need to knows. If you are here on my YouTube, please do me a huge favor. Stop. Make sure you like the video. Also, please make sure that you comment, subscribe, share with a friend, tell a friend to tell another friend that your girl Keena's Corner is popping. Tell her she's on, she's live. Please, y'all, if you're not subscribed, if you're new, please do that for me. I'd appreciate it. I'm trying to grow, and I am growing. But I would love to have you a part of Keena's Corner. Come on to the healing crew. That's what I'm gonna call us, the healing crew. Thank y'all so much. If you say something or if you're here, please just drop a comment and let me know you're in here. I'd appreciate that. Okay. So for this episode, y'all, um, well, first, welcome back. Of course, if you've been coming, welcome back. Thank you for coming. If you're new, I appreciate you for coming, for hearing what I have to say, especially if you're new, I do appreciate you. I hope maybe one of my shorts or something sent you here. So if you're new, stick around. I got a nice little message like I do every time, I believe. I got a nice little message. I'm your girl, Keena. This is Keena's Corner. I'm the one and only, the neck checker, but the heart hugger. Definitely gonna check your neck, but I'm gonna give you a big old hug right after that. So I do it and say everything with love. Now, for this particular episode, like a lot of my episodes, this this one might sting a little bit, but it'll heal you once you hear it. Okay. So let's hop in. If you read the topic or the title of this particular episode, it's called They Didn't Choose Better, They Chose Easier. They didn't choose better, they chose easier. Sis, hear me. Easier ain't always better. Let's start there. Easier is not always better. If they walked away when you needed them the most, that simply was not your person. Let that marinate, let that sizzle in your spirit. And when I say if they left you or if they abandoned you when you needed them the most, you think about what that could mean for you. Take a minute to think about that for you. If you were gravely sick, if you were gravely ill, you needed somebody and they left you. That was not your person. If you was going through what you would call a difficult time in your life and they abandoned you, that was not your person. If you just truly needed them and they left you, that simply was not your person. If things got a little harder and they ran, that wasn't your person either. Let that marinate. Let it sit with you. That simply was not your person. And that's okay. That's okay. Hear me. Some people don't choose better, they just choose what requires less of them. Y'all catch that one? Some people don't choose better, they choose what requires less of them. What do I mean? Less accountability. Nobody making them be accountable or nobody holding them accountable for their actions. Some people choose what requires less maturity. They didn't have to be mature, right? Some people require what or some people runs to what requires less growth. They don't have to grow. They don't have to evolve. Sometimes they choose less effort. What requires less effort of them? They don't have to put in a lot of effort. They don't have to try. They don't have to show up. Keep that in mind. Some people choose what allows them to stay the same. Again, not grow, not evolve, not mature. They choose what does not expose their wounds. Ooh, clack it, clack it. Some people choose what allows them to stay in that same toxic ass energy. Some people don't want to change. Some people are not going to change. You can't do it for them. You can't make them do it. You cannot be their catalyst. They have to want that for themselves, right? Some people choose exactly what does not require healing. And y'all know what we all about here on King's Corner. Healing. Everybody should know. Sit still and heal. Healing, healing. And hear me, sis. If they chose someone else over you, it does not mean that they upgraded. It does not mean that they want it better. I can guarantee you most of the time they simply chose what was easier for them, what was easier to them, what seemed easier to them. Mm. Let this sizzle too. Like this hidden. Let that sizzle in your spirit. Sis, if they chose someone else over you, it does not mean that they upgraded, they did better than you. It does not mean that they want it better. Again, I can guarantee you most of the time they simply chose what was easier. Please hear that. They chose what did not require a grown man. They chose what did not require reciprocity, that equal give and take. What you give, I give. They didn't want it. They chose not having to give equally, reciprocity. They chose what did not require responsibility. They don't have to be responsible. They can be irresponsible and get away with it. They chose what did not require that man, to show up emotionally. Mm. They chose what didn't require them to evolve, for him to grow. Mm-mm-mm. Sis, please hear me. You ain't never, nor have you ever been too much. You just was asking the wrong person, or you asking a person who wasn't even willing or capable of giving. Word, word. Y'all pause. I done turn off this fan down here, and I'm hot. My little ceiling fan, and of course the heat is on because it's cold down here in the south. But oh my God, I'm hot. Please hear that though. Hear this part too. When people choose easier, it exposes their wounds, not your worth. Oh, Lord, did you hear me? Did y'all hear me? When people choose easier, it exposes their wounds, not your worth. Some people ain't running from you, they are running from themselves. You remind that person of the work that they never did, the work that they haven't done yet, and they had no desire to do it. You held up a mirror to that person. You held up a mirror that they just weren't quite ready. They You held up a mirror to that person that they weren't quite ready to look in, to face. I know I just said last week on my episode, and we already know this, but I did say that mirrors reflect, right? Mirrors reflect, and of course they don't lie. That's what you did. You held up that mirror that they have never faced, that they ain't tried to face. And for somebody unhealed, that's gonna feel like pressure, not a partnership. Something that they didn't want any parts of. So a lot of the time they go where they can stay unhealed without being questioned or without being held accountable. And sis, that ain't better. That's simply convenient. Mm, mm. Lord have mercy. Ooh. Your worth is not determined by who walked away from you. Your worth is not determined by who walked away from you. Hear this and repeat it. Their inability to choose me has nothing to do with my value. Repeat that and let it sit in your spirit. Type that in the comments. Their inability to choose me has nothing to do with my value. I hope you understand that. I hope you know that. You were a blessing they simply weren't ready for. You were the standard that they couldn't rise to meet. And that's okay. You were the mirror they you were the mirror that they just weren't ready to face. It's just period. Yeah, he walked away, but ask yourself why. God didn't want you there because he knew you would settle for a man who wasn't even qualified for you. Let God sort these people out and remove them. Let God sort them out. That ain't your job. Let God sort them out and remove them, period. Because God be seeing and hearing conversations that you never heard, that you never in the room for. He hear all that. He saw all that. You didn't. You got to understand you didn't lose anything. They did. You didn't lose a man. You didn't lose a partner. You didn't lose a future. They lost access to a healed you, the growing you, the evolving you. And usually, when a man chooses easier, he'll come to the realization one day that easy does not last long and better does not come around twice. Oh my God. Yeah. Jeez. Listen, that's good. Ooh, y'all heard that? You heard that. That was good. One more time, because that was good. Clock that one. Usually, when a man chooses easier, he will come to the realization that easy does not last long and better does not come around twice. Not too often. And if you've gone through this and you're blaming yourself, please stop. I get you. I understand. I've been there, but still, I'm telling you to please stop. Stop trying to figure out what was wrong with you. Stop trying to figure out where you went wrong. Stop sitting in that mirror picking yourself apart. Stop asking yourself what you could have done differently. Stop asking yourself, why didn't he value me? Why didn't he cherish me? Why did he pick someone else over me? Stop asking yourself that. Sometimes the only thing you did wrong was love somebody who was not healed enough to receive your love. Mm. Y'all, listen. I mean, y'all know I be speaking from experience and things with these topics, but come on now. Mm, let it go. You can. Let that go. I promise you can. Just let it go. You can do it. Release the shame, release the hurt, release the guilt. Forgive yourself for giving somebody the best parts of you who didn't even know what to do with it. Forgive yourself for that. You deserve to. You deserve to because you ain't lose nothing, baby. You did. You gained clarity, and I'm proud of you for that. You didn't lose anything, but you did gain clarity. Be proud of yourself for that. Pat yourself on the back like they used to tell us in grade school. Give yourself a pat on the back. I do. Give yourself a pat on the back. From this, here's what I want you to get out of everything that I've primarily said or pretty much said. Everything that I really what I want you to get from this particular episode and topic. Sis, baby, if they chose somebody else over you, okay. Okay. It's fine. It still has nothing to do with your worth. It does not mean that whoever they chose over you was better than you. This the part you have to understand. And I'm not even asking you to go back and think about something that happened or to downplay anybody, talk bad about anybody. No, I'm not asking you to do that at all. But if you have ever been in that situation or in a place where you felt like that, you try to figure out you just been reasoning with yourself, trying to figure out what happened or what went wrong or what went awry, and you've been trying to figure it out. This not for you to sit there and boggle your brain about. If they chose someone else over you, it does not mean that they chose better, right? It does not mean that. I just want you to understand. Sometimes people run for or they go for what is easier or what seems easier to them. Understand that. Sometimes they run for what doesn't require a grown man. Sometimes they run for whatever does not require reciprocity. Sometimes they run for whatever does not require responsibility. Sometimes they run for whatever does not require a woman or somebody holding them accountable, right? That's what I want you to get. Those things, y'all, they have nothing to do with your worth because they ran away from you, because they left you, because you thought they left you and they chose somebody over you. They chose somebody better than you. Has absolutely nothing to do with your worth. And that's the part I hope you understand. Mm, mm. If they chose somebody over you, I promise you it doesn't necessarily mean that they chose better. Sometimes they just simply choose what's easier. That's the word. That is the word. That's the word. Mm. Don't ever let, someone choosing easy make you question your worth. Yeah, they chose easy or easier. Don't let that make you question your worth because you will. You absolutely will. There'll be a million questions in your mind and you wondering what you could have done differently. How can I do this next time? We ain't making nobody choose us. We ain't trying to make nobody see our worth. We ain't trying to make nobody see our value. It's got to become a point in your life when you know. And just like this why my channel is not made for kids. At some point in your life, says you have to know who the fuck you are and act like you know. Period. You got to act just like that. You got to act like you know. Because they chose somebody else, please don't let them make you question your worth. You are the better choice. You are the blessing. You are the healed woman they weren't prepared to handle. That's just that on that, period. Keep choosing you. Keep healing yourself. Keep stepping into who God called you to be. They did not choose better. They chose easier. I'm done, y'all. That's my spiel. That was good. That was good. I think that was good, y'all. I got you. 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 Hey, this was cool. Hey, when I was started working on the topic, I was like, ooh, ooh. Yeah, when I jot my little notes down and stuff, I'm like, yeah, it's gonna hit. When I be working on them and I be get my little notes together and I be typing, I be like, ooh. So they be hitting me like that while I work on it. So I be like, yeah, we gonna feel this one right here. How was y'all week? If you still here, how was y'all week, everybody? Oh Lord, mm-hmm. Like the kids say, or I ain't gonna hold y'all. I ain't gonna hold y'all, but I sure appreciate you coming for hanging out with your girl one more time. You didn't have to, but you did. Look at it. You didn't have to, but you did. Nah, I'm not gonna hold y'all for real. No, seriously, I do thank y'all for coming. You didn't have to come, but you did, and I do appreciate you forever, 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 and evermore. Thank y'all so much. I'm grateful. I appreciate y'all. Mm. All right, y'all. This has been Keena's Corner, where we heal, grow, and tell the truth, even when it hurts. I promise I ain't gonna sugarcoat it, but I'm always gonna say it with love. If this episode blessed you, please just don't listen. Tap in with me. Drop a review to my Apple Podcast listeners. Of course, it helps me grow. It helps more people hear this healing that I have to drop every week. Until next time, y'all stay real, be authentic, be you, be honest, stay balanced. God ain't using the perfect ones, He wants the real ones. That's why I say stay authentic. Thank y'all so much for tuning into season 11, episode 5 of Keena's Corner. This is episode 105 in total. I hope you enjoyed this episode as much as I enjoyed delivering the message. I thank you sincerely for being here, and I thank you sincerely for being here in your girl's corner. I'm out. I'm signing out. I love each of you so very, very, very much. Like my content, share my content, comment on my content, leave me a rating, leave me a review. I appreciate y'all. I'll talk to you next week. Same time, same place, hopefully. Thank y'all so much for hanging out with your girl all the way through 100 episodes beyond. This is episode 105. I'm grateful. I love you. I gotta go. Mwah. Mwah. Bye.